My name is Amelia. I am from Iowa, Louisiana. Iowa, yes, we say Iowa, is a small town about 15 miles east of Lake Charles, Louisiana. I now live in Austin, Texas, where it feels like no one is hearing about the devastation that Hurricane Laura left behind early Thursday morning. There is seriously little to no media coverage. People are asking things like, does Lake Charles have power? And when I hear this, I feel as though my brain is going to explode. Sorry, it's my cat. Not only does the greater Lake Charles area not have power, but they really don't have any usable resources. So I wanted to make this video in hopes that it'll shed some light on the reality of Hurricane Laura. Let me tell you some truths that I do know. Hurricane Laura made landfall as a Category 4 hurricane at 150 miles per hour. To put that into perspective, Hurricane Katrina hit at 125 miles per hour. Hurricane Rita hit at 115 miles per hour. Hurricane Harvey hit at 130 miles per hour. Hurricane Sandy hit at 80 miles per hour. And Hurricane Ike had 1 minute of its highest sustained winds at 145 miles per hour. Hurricane Laura again hit Southwest Louisiana at 150 miles per hour. I don't say this to try to diminish the horror of all of the hurricanes that I just mentioned. I fully realize that millions of people lost everything and everyone that they love in those times, and they deserve to always be remembered. I only bring it up to say that today, what my home community is going through is not trending in any real way, and there are hundreds of thousands of people that are deeply suffering. Energy, the electricity company, says, quote, "Energy system has suffered extensive damage due to Hurricane Laura. Preliminary damage assessments show distribution system damage includes 895 poles, 438 transformers, and 1,718 spans of wire. Transmission damage includes 1,804 miles of transmission lines and 205 substations." I honestly don't know what most of that means, but it sounds really bad. Aside from those facts, I hesitate to share more articles as I may not have correct source information, and I quite honestly am intimidated to try to pretend to be a news reporter because I'm definitely not a news reporter. What I would like to do is read you a few things that I read on my own Facebook feed from real life people on their own words, because that is quite literally my most valid news source, because there's so much that I'm hearing and reading from people that I don't see in reported news. I just want to help make this mainstream news because as someone who has lived through hurricanes my whole life, I've never seen Southwest Louisiana this devastated. It is devastated to a point that devastated is, I need a new word. Okay, here I go. I'm going to click my keyboard in between posts so that you can tell where they separate. And I'm really sorry if you hear my cats. Hey America, Southwest Louisiana here. We did not dodge a bullet. We are not okay. And yes, we need your help. We need federal assistance. We need media coverage. We need electricity and water. We need all the help that we can get. We need your love, we need your prayers, we need your patience and understanding as our lives were literally and figuratively shaken and flipped upside down overnight. We have extremely limited resources and desperate need for so much more than just food, water, and electricity. We need places to stay, manual labor, gas, canned goods, places for pets to stay, freezers for our babies' pumped breast milk, new doctors in new cities for all of our soon-to-be moms, new schools for our children, childcare while we put the pieces of our lives back together. We need so much. There is so little coverage on the media, I just don't understand. Need help. Elderly couple in their home. One confined to a wheelchair, needs water and other supplies. They have a small generator to keep the lights on. They really need clean drinking water and gas. We are okay. We have damage, but we'll recover. So many have lost everything. Please pray for them. Our corner of the world looks like a war zone. I've never heard a house scream like ours did last night. Around 2 a.m., we moved to the pantry under the stairs and stayed put until the eye hit. That's when we discovered that the waterfall pouring through a massive hole in the roof. The old pecan tree in the backyard fell in the east side of the house, totaling 2 out of 3 vehicles. The important thing is that we're okay. If anyone can help remove the down power line in our driveway, please let me know. We also need a blue tarp. Pray that everyone makes it out of this nightmare safely. Thank you, Lord, for keeping our family safe. People are already complaining about no electricity, but these linemen can only work so much and so fast. I'm in Gonzales, and I just met a crew who is having to stay near New Orleans and drive into Lake Charles every day because there is nowhere for them to stay close by. So just pray for them and know that they are trying. Can we please just take a moment and feel helpless? PTSD from Rita is flooding in, and there is little to no news coverage of Hurricane Laura, and I'm just beyond pissed because the media isn't covering it. What in the world kind of person would say Louisiana dodged a bullet? It is devastation down here. My parents are buried here. Every place we've ever made a memory in the past 30 years has been destroyed, and there's no reprieve in sight. This is my tribe, and my heart aches in ways that I did not know it could. An American city was decimated, and it's not even trending. No one cares about Southwest Louisiana except for those of us that are here or are from here. Below is the damage to my business. It's a total loss. You can extrapolate that to the rest of the city and the surrounding areas. Please make this viral. The world needs to know what happened here. Is there anywhere I can take a shower? This is not a joke. Does anyone have a way to contact Lake Arthur Butane? Landlines are down. We are elderly and we need propane. Here's a picture of my neighbor's house on top of my cousin's house. Breaking news. Massive chemical leak in Lake Charles, flowing over I-10, extremely dangerous situation. The Isle of Capri casino boat is stuck under the I-10 bridge, which, side note, I think has been dislodged now, but that happened. Hurricane Laura left my hometown in shambles. Hurricane Laura recovery could take years. Our state is in desperate need of help. For some reason, the idea that we dodged a bullet is being perpetuated, and that could not be farther from the truth. Our community and much of our state is decimated. We may not be underwater, but that is the only bullet we dodged. Our water plants are inoperable, one completely leveled. Our power grids suffered immeasurable damage. Many, if not all, of our medical facilities are damaged and inoperable with no water and electricity. Every single business in our community has suffered some sort of damage. I know there is much upheaval and rest right now. I know that this hurricane does not affect the entire world, but we need real help and real national attention to get it. I'm so glad I wasn't home. I thought we were lucky until I walked into my house and realized that it collapsed from the inside. Is anyone else getting denials from FEMA already? Like, dang, that was quick. I just applied at 8:30 this morning. Being a mom, this is the worst thing a mom can go through. Seeing her son have a meltdown after getting home and seeing all of his stuff is gone. Let's have a conversation about power. We're all coming in from different towns. When was the last place you drove through that had power or civilization? The system to apply for assistance for funds or food stamps is a joke. It's pitiful. So it works against us for having homeowners insurance. How dare we be responsible? I'm sorry for each and every one of us going through the situation. So while rain is pouring into our bedrooms, living rooms, etc., and insects are free to roam in our homes, the powers that be can decide what is allowed to be done. The community needs help now, not, well, you got to do this and that first. It's just crap. My granddaughter applied with FEMA and was denied because she has insurance, but she doesn't. She lives in an apartment and pays rent. Has anyone else heard of this? It's been a few days since Hurricane Laura hit our hometown of Lake Charles. It is so devastating. All of our friends and every single member we have in Lake Charles and our family has been impacted in some way by Laura, with many and most losing everything. Every business and structure in Lake Charles has been damaged. The city is destroyed. There's no power. There's no water. Lake Charles needs help. For anyone who has been deemed ineligible, sorry, that's a new post. For anyone who has been deemed ineligible by FEMA, I called and they said to go through home insurance first. FEMA will step in and help if insurance doesn't cover everything. They are still setting up the hotel coverage part, so keep checking back every evening to see the status of that. They said there were so many abusing the system with Rita and Katrina that they had to set new guidelines. It is a case of the good messing it up for the bad. The bad messing it up for the good. Sorry, I read that backwards. My house is a total loss in Hurricane Laura. Mother and 16-year-old daughter stranded in Lake Charles have been stuck since Wednesday. No water or electricity. National Guard will not come and help. Lake Charles, Louisiana, a city of some 80,000 residents, was hit hard by Laura. More than 220,000 people in Lake Charles are estimated to be without water, according to the Louisiana Department of Health. Is the news not covering what Lake Charles looks like? It's like someone set off bombs all over the city. I'm not sure power being restored is in our near future. Calcasieu Parish School Superintendent said that only 3% of the 70 buildings in the system suffered no damage from Hurricane Laura. Okay, I need to read that again. Calcasieu Parish School Superintendent said that only 3% of the 70 buildings in the system suffered no damage. So that's a 97% that did. Okay, got it. I'm reading that people are getting lost in their own communities, going back home because all of the landmarks they know are gone. House is damaged to where we won't be able to live there anymore, and we've lost almost everything inside of the house. Total loss of our home in Hurricane Laura. We are devastated. My grandparents' house is a complete loss. A tree fell on my car, but I know that I'm still one of the lucky ones. This is my neighbor's house from down the street. The top story is completely gone. What you see is a wall at the top of the house. From the mayor. Several realities I must convey to you. Water. Our water plants took a beating. Our capacity is a fraction of what it should be. There is barely a trickle of water coming out of most faucets in the homes of Lake Charles. We are working as quickly as possible to remedy this. I wish I had a firm ETA. Power. Basically the same situation as above. Unless energy has released something that I very well could have missed, we also don't have an ETA on power restoration. So basically, if you come back to Lake Charles to stay, make sure you understand the above reality and are prepared to live in it for many days, probably weeks. Look and leave is truly the best option for many. So I just spoke with FEMA. If you got a denial on the basis of having insurance, it's more of a status than an actual denial. You need to contact your insurance and see what they're going to do for you first. That way there is no duplication of benefits. Once that happens, then call the FEMA number on your decision letter, then give them your information on what the insurance is doing, and then they will go from there to see if they can help. It's been a hot afternoon across southwest Louisiana with heat indices between 102 and 110. A heat advisory remains in place until 7 p.m. this evening. Please make sure to drink plenty of water to help stay hydrated. And I just wanted to share that because I don't think that that's really easy to do without running water. So there's that. This is from the Pitbull Rescue. We cannot take anyone's animals. We are trying to get ours moved out of state to the best of our abilities. Many of our fosters and volunteers' homes are destroyed. Right now, we have to work on moving dogs and helping our people. We need donations of dog food, gas, water, kennels, leashes, and toys, like as soon as possible. They're talking months without power and running water. I've been on the phone all day trying to get my medication and trying to get insurance on the phone, but service keeps going out, and I've had to drive around to find any service. And then people are like, fill out this form, blah, blah, blah. I don't have power, and my phone only lasts so long, and I can't keep driving around charging it because we have no gas here. It's just plain insanity. Okay, this is me now. I just want to reiterate that I am not a reporter, clearly not a public speaker. I get facts wrong all of the time, and I just want you to know I carefully considered even making this video, and it feels, I don't know, maybe a little silly, but I just ask that you share any and all information that you can regarding the state of Southwest Louisiana. The one thing that I do know is that word travels fast. So thank you to anyone who shares this. I really, really hope that we can get some attention and get some help to the people who really and truly need it. Thank you.